The ancient martial arts hall was packed with students, masters, and spectators who had traveled from across the city to witness an unusual challenge. At the center of the wooden training floor stood Master Chen Wei, a respected kung fu teacher who had spent more than 40 years studying traditional martial arts. His movements were calm, precise, and powerful, and generations of students had trained under him. Chen believed deeply in the traditions passed down through his teachers, and although he respected Bruce Lee's influence, he believed Bruce had moved too far away from traditional kung fu. That evening, Chen looked toward the crowd and said, "A true master should be willing to test his understanding against another master." The room became silent when he announced that he wanted a friendly demonstration with Bruce Lee. Moments later, Bruce entered the hall wearing simple black training clothes. The students immediately began whispering as he walked toward the training floor. Bruce bowed respectfully to Chen, and Chen returned the bow. There was no anger between them, only curiosity. Both men understood that this was not supposed to be a battle of hatred. It was a meeting between two different approaches to martial arts. The senior instructor explained that the demonstration would focus on control, technique, and respect. When the signal was given, Chen immediately adopted a traditional kung fu stance. Bruce remained relaxed, lightly shifting his weight as he studied his opponent. For several seconds, neither man moved. Chen suddenly stepped forward with a rapid combination of traditional strikes. Bruce moved just outside their range, avoiding each technique by inches. The students gasped as Chen changed direction and launched another sequence. Bruce continued moving smoothly, never allowing himself to become trapped. Instead of attacking immediately, Bruce was studying Chen's rhythm. He noticed that the master slightly shifted his lead foot before beginning his strongest combination. That tiny movement gave Bruce the information he needed. When Chen launched the combination again, Bruce stepped to the side and lightly touched Chen's shoulder before returning to his original position. The room erupted with applause. Chen smiled. "Your timing is extraordinary," he said. Bruce nodded. "Your technique is beautiful," he replied, "but technique must adapt to the situation." Chen understood the message and decided to increase the pace. His movements became faster and more unpredictable. He used sweeping motions, quick hand techniques, and carefully controlled kicks. Bruce responded by changing his distance and rhythm. Sometimes he moved forwards, sometimes backward, and sometimes completely changed direction. To the students watching, it seemed as though Bruce was flowing around Chen rather than fighting against him. The two martial artists continued exchanging controlled techniques, and every movement revealed a different lesson. Chen demonstrated the value of discipline and traditional training, while Bruce demonstrated the importance of adaptability and simplicity. After several minutes, Chen attempted a final combination designed to test Bruce's reaction speed. He moved forward quickly, changing levels and angles before delivering a controlled strike. Bruce waited until the final moment, stepped outside the attack, and gently redirected Chen's movement. Chen stopped immediately. The hall became silent. Bruce lowered his hands and bowed. Chen smiled and returned the bow. He had realized that Bruce wasn't trying to defeat traditional kung fu. Bruce was showing that martial arts could continue evolving while still respecting their roots. Chen walked toward Bruce and extended his hand. "I spent my life protecting tradition," he said. "Today you reminded me that tradition survives when it continues to grow." Bruce shook his hand and replied, "And your training reminds me that progress means nothing without a strong foundation." The students erupted into applause as both masters stood together in the center of the hall. What had begun as a challenge had become a lesson in respect. No one had been humiliated, and neither man claimed superiority. Instead, the audience witnessed two different philosophies meeting with discipline and humility. Chen's students understood that mastering one style did not mean refusing to learn from others, while Bruce's supporters were reminded of the importance of respecting the traditions that shaped martial arts. As the evening came to an end, Chen invited Bruce to stay and speak with the students. Bruce told them that the greatest martial artist wasn't necessarily the strongest, fastest, or most technically gifted person in the room. The greatest martial artist was the person who remained willing to learn. "Empty your cup," Bruce told the students, "and you will always have room for something new." The students listened carefully, and Chen smiled proudly. That night, everyone